I live in a cold climate. It's easy for me to feel stylish in the spring and summer and fall, but I feel dowdy and dumpy all winter. I need to dress in cozy layers to keep warm. So leggings with fleece, then pants, long sleeve first layer with fleece, or sweater second layer, practical, everything, scarves and toques. I am in Canada. So when we are thinking, Jodie, about how to dress in a way that keeps you warm. So I know I'm a bit of a cold person, and unlike in Canada, we don't get the freezing cold -20 or something degrees in winter, but our houses are not built for cold. So, when you're inside, it can actually be very cold. So most of winter, I am wearing 5 layers every day. But what I'm wearing is 5 thinner layers. So I will often wear a vest layer, which, could be some sort of like synthetic fabric that's going to hold the heat into my body. And then I will wear, like a kind of a thermal layer. So, heat tech or some other sort of fabric that also is one of those fabrics. It's a long sleeve that's holding in the heat. Then I might wear 2 wool layers. So these are fine wools, so it's much easier to layer them over each other. And then I will wear an outer layer. Now it could be a jacket of some sort. It could be a cardigan, like a nice thick woolly cardigan. It, could be, there's lots of different things. So then I've got that outer layer. So that's getting me 5 layers every day. But the key is that it's not all chunky. If you are trying to layer chunky over chunky, it becomes really hard. So it's looking for those, like I have a lot of, cashmere sweaters and things that I will layer over the wool layers that I have underneath. So I'm wearing multiple layers, but because each of them is fine, and cashmere is very warm, that is where, you can have layers that are actually holding the heat in and keeping you warm, but you can look more stylish. So, and this is where too, that, great, you get to wear scarves, make them attractive ones, make them ones in colors and patterns that you love. There's no reason why a scarf actually adds something to many outfits. So it is looking at, what kind of scarf you might want to wear. Also looking at what your outer layers are. Make them stylish and interesting. So look for, jackets. I have some jackets. They're beautiful wool. They're really warm. And, I wear them a lot during winter because they have so much warmth, but they're still stylish. They're a moto jacket. They're great. So it's thinking about finding things rather than just going for fleece and that kind of outdoor leisure active wear sort of stuff. It's actually looking at things that fit you and things that have the warmth that you can easily layer. And so this is where you can't have fancy sleeves and things in your underlayers because you've got to be able to layer things over the top. It's looking for similar necklines, so everything layers. But then, you've got those layers that you can easily put on or take off. So I think this is where, winter dressing can be hard if you are a cold person. And then, of course, too, I'm sure in Canada you have a great winter coat that when you do go outside, you can pop that on to keep you really, really warm. My husband lived in Canada for a while, and he has a very, very hot winter coat that he bought when he lived there that, keeps out all the cold. But when you're inside, hopefully you don't need quite so much. But it is looking for those fine layers of warm materials that are actually going to keep you warm in colors that really suit you, and then adding those things like the scarves and earrings and some other accessories that add that element of style. So thanks so much for your questions, and I hope there's been a little bit of inspiration in there for you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.